I've just got a feeling that everyone's not really here to hear politicians speak and we're still waiting for the main act. Just a sense I've got. It's a real honour to be here on behalf of the Australian Government and to wish everyone a happy film festival and a happy Independence Day for Thursday. Can I also acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Our continent is an ancient land and has always been home to many cultures. Before European settlement, I think in modern Australia we sometimes forget there were more than 300 different languages spoken in our country. And Australia's human diversity has always been our greatest strength, and it's terrific to see the cultural, the religious and the linguistic traditions of India alive here right across this great city of Melbourne. Could I also acknowledge the many dignitaries, the Lord Mayor, Minister Hutchins, state parliamentary colleagues, but a special shout out, she's probably behind the scenes stressing about the fact we're running a bit late, to my friend Mitu, the festival director. This is Mitu's baby in the 15th year, but I also just say I've got a very special personal connection with her. She's someone I love dearly. She actually produced and distributed my brother's first film. He died a few years ago and he was for a few years a judge at this film festival thanks to Mitu. She is an amazing Australian and rightly was honoured with one of the Orders of Australia last year, a national recognition and very well deserved. Also to the Consul General and to the many artists and filmmakers, but perhaps most of all looking out across the crowd to our amazing Australian Indian community here in such numbers, not to see us but to see the film star. We're just the fill-in people. Can I acknowledge Indian Independence Day, which does coincide with the film festival. India's long journey to independence remains an inspiration to the world. Australia was one of the first nations actually to recognise Indian independence, which happened a few years before the formal day in the pre-independence period. And fun fact, it was actually here in Australia, oh wow! We might hold that thought. We're all curious. I think it might be.
All right, give it up for the global superstar, Charan in the house, everybody. He's seen all the stages.
I was watching you.
Make some noise for Charan, everybody. I say Ram, you say Charan. Ram! Thank you, sir.
I was just actually telling him, I got told off in Parliament on Thursday because Tim Watts, the Assistant Minister for Foreign Affairs, who Mitu declared an honorary Indian in Canberra last week, he and I got stuck watching below the desk with the phone there, the epic dance moves from until everyone said, enough, you've got to concentrate, and the Prime Minister glared at us. So here you are. I'll just finish this briefly.
Please, I'm right next to you.
Okay, right. You can give me a feedback in a minute. Fun fact, it was actually here in Australia. We're just talking about Indian Independence Day. We've said good things about you. It was actually here in Australia that the Indian tricolour flag was first raised because in a quirk of time zone, ahead of the historic ceremony at the Red Fort in New Delhi, where Prime Minister Nehru oversaw the birth of modern India, it was actually in Canberra that the tricolour was first raised. But to paraphrase Nehru, the soul of the nation, long suppressed, found utterance after those long years of struggle. So I'll finish there. I just want to say a really deep thank you to the Australian Indian community for the contribution that you make to every aspect of our national life. And as a particularly proud Victorian, it's fantastic that we do have the largest Indian community here in Australia. So thank you very much, and a big shout out again to Mitu. And here is the man himself, Charan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Minister. Can we please invite the Minister for Treaty and First Peoples of Victoria, Natalie Hutchins, to come and say a few words. Thank you. Make some noise, everybody. Bharat Mata ki.
There's going to be a few selfies happening here in the background, but namaste everyone. I'm really pleased to be here. Could I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're under and pay my respects to the elders past, present, emerging. Hello everyone, it's so good to be here and to celebrate the 77th Indian National Day. I'm truly blessed to have a big Indian community in my own electorate of the western suburbs of Melbourne. And I know the Premier sends her apologies today, but she's very excited to be able to be visiting India and representing the state of Victoria in September this year. Now, I want to acknowledge a few people that are here, but in particular the Lord Mayor, Nick Rees. Nick is up for election later this year, and I wouldn't be a politician if I didn't say, please support Nick. He's a fantastic mayor and he deserves our support going forward. He stands up for multiculturalism and diversity, so please get behind him. Look, the film festival is fantastic. I remember when it started 15 years ago. We're really proud of how it's grown. We will, as a state government, continue to support it because we know at the heart of Victoria's relationship with Indian lies the Indian diaspora of creativity and cultural energy that comes with it. And we have so many Indian people living here in this state. We draw over 65,000 Indian students that are enrolled here in Victoria because of our fantastic education system. And we'll keep investing in our community. $10 million our government has given for 2 community centres in Melbourne's west and southeastern suburbs, and $3 million for community infrastructure in the Indian community. Thanks again for welcoming me here today. I'm quite aware that there's a much bigger star standing behind me. I do want to say I'm here with my partner today. He's actually Arabic, but he's obsessed with Indian film and Bollywood. Trying to get him away from the TV. He always wants to watch the films and is a really big fan, and so am I. So thank you everyone and enjoy the day.